That's correct.
Okay, it says here related subjects. For instance, the human aura. We've heard about that. We've heard that there are some forms of photography, I think they call it Kirlian photography, that allows you to photograph the heat exchange on the body, because you have blues, reds, and a different aura that is
the human aura.
What does that tell you, or how are you able to visualize that on somebody?
There are 7 different energy fields that make up the whole human body. The basic blueprint is pure spiritual energy that has cohesiveness and adhesiveness. The second one is the subatomic, but each one radiates. So the radiation between the pure energy is where the subatomics start appearing, because the radiation of the pure energy.
And what causes the radiation? Where does the radiation emanate from?
God has to do with that. They call it God, whatever that means. Whatever that is.
Whatever that is.
That's the beginning of everything. Everything has that natural, they call it frequency, because of the atomic structure. But first is the primary energy, is the blueprint, the schematic, that attracts matter to conform. So you would have 4 fingers in one thumb in each hand, and things like this. 2 ears in your head, things like this. That's your original blueprint, the schematic. But that has energy and it's radiating. And the energy that it has is to attract. It has cohesiveness and adhesiveness. It attracts matter to conform to your schematic. So then this energy starts forming subatomic particles. Then the subatomic particle dimension, its radiation plus the radiation of the pure energy, both is what is required to start producing atoms. Then the atomic dimension gets its own, and they start piling up, adding on, adding on. Now 3 energy fields are required to produce molecules. Then 4 energy fields to produce cells. And then at the molecular level, we have the inanimate and the animate. Here, cells start having life. The inanimate doesn't produce the cells. But when this division begins, in the area that starts, cells that start appearing, this is the animate dimension. There's the inanimate dimension. So we are the animate, of course. Cells have life. And so cells radiate and produce organs. And organs radiate and produce organ systems. And we got the whole human body. The 7 fields of radiation that the body is putting out. And usually these
is that what some people call chakras in the...
Well, the chakras are the centers. They call it spiritual centers. But this is something 7 of us in your body. But these are the centers, the only spiritual centers, 1 of each dimension. See?
I see.
1 is spiritual, 1 is subatomic, 1 is, so there's 7. Everything is 7, you see. Like the colors of the rainbow. Everything's frequency.
Right.
It's vibration. Everything's vibrating. Everything vibrates. Atomic structure, inanimate or animate, but it's all vibration according to atomic structure.
Right.
How many electrons develop in each nucleus of each atom is what it defines what type of natural frequency it must have, the fundamental frequency.
Everything has its frequency.
Everything is vibrating, and we see, sense, taste, and smell, and everything is by vibration.
Is it possible to somehow lock into the vibration of, let's say, something that looks like an inanimate object, like, let's say, a book? Is it possible to tap into a vibration that is emanating from just something that looks like an inanimate object? Can you do that at the subatomic level?
You can detect rocks, you can detect things like this. Rocks and everything inanimate, metals and so forth. Yeah, because actually our part of our training is to be able to project into stainless steel, into project into copper, to brass and lead, to know the difference between mentally.
I see.
So we've been used to
projections.
We've been used to detecting our environment only with the left brain hemisphere,
Yes.
what things look like objectively in the physical characteristics. This is Newtonian physics, right, what Sir Isaac Newton discovered and worked with. And Einstein found a whole different dimension to work with and began to look at that. Mr. Silva has found the way to really go in and with your mind explore the environment. A totally different way than with your body. This is the next phase of human evolution that we talk about.
Richard, you can do a little exercise right now, for instance, to give you an idea. I mean, you close your eyes. Close your eyes right now. And imagine that you're standing in the center of your living room.
Okay.
Okay. You know what's on your left side. You know what's on your right.
Yes.
You know what's in front of you and in back of you. Whether you have lights or not.
That's true.
It could be dark, it could be late, it could be daytime, it could be nighttime. You still know what's in front of you and can perceive it in your mind. And on your left, on your right, and in the back behind you. That's started mental projection right there.
I see. Yeah, I can see it very vividly when you close your eyes. What about, we talked about energy fields. How does this type of system, or the method, the Silva method, how does that compare with what we hear on TV about this new form of also what we call clear thinking by the, oh my goodness, it's a gentleman.
Ron Hubbard. Scientology.
L. Ron Hubbard, Scientology. How does this kind of go?
Dynetics.
Dynetics, the dynetic system. Does it have any kind of link?
He has something else. I mean, all he found, he was researching what I was researching. Ron Hubbard, I knew very well about him. And we went side by side. And all he had was an old meter that people would hold on their hands, electrodes, and they start mentioning words. If any one word excited you, it would indicate, because when something excites you, your adrenaline in your bloodstream changes, and these electrodes pick it up. And it's better conductivity, and the needle is full scale, see, or chose higher scale.
Right.
So then the operator who's asking you the questions to look at it, so he keeps on giving the same words until finally the needle goes to zero again. It doesn't excite you anymore.
Oh, I see.
Now you have discharge an engram, they call it, to make you a clear.
Yes.
And they start trying to clear you of all these reactions to words.
They call the reactive mind and all
that's
that.
All they do. I mean,
so it's not really tied into this kind of.
Isn't that really just a thinking process or how we think, but not detecting information, becoming aware of what's going on hundreds of miles away? Like the remote viewers for the Pentagon who were able to locate 10 out of 10 submarines. They gave them 10 submarines and they located all 10 accurately.
All these people don't do nothing like this.
See, that's a whole different dimension that's being dealt with there.
This is only like in psychoanalysis, trying to clear the person from all these things, negative things that are causing problems in their own psychology, but that's something else.
So you're talking about a method that is actually able to be beneficial to all mankind.
That's right. For you and for the father of a family, for the mother, and how to teach the kids and so forth and take care of the kids. So this will not be needed anymore. Because remember, what we need to is develop a spiritual factor. Now the difference between animals and human beings is the spiritual factor. The stronger spiritual factor, the further away you are from the animal kingdom, animal level. And the way to strengthen it is your right brain hemisphere. If you're not using it, you will never be able to strengthen it. Because that's the spiritual one. Right brain hemisphere refers to the spiritual dimension.
What other ways can you benefit from learning these methods and this method of thinking and living?
It's for solving problems in general, okay? But now, family relations, schools, kids in school, habits of kids, how to help them grow better in the right direction. Because Papa knows, because he's smarter and more intelligent, a better guide, and so on. I mean, you improve their mind, Richard. The mind is a common denominator. Everything has to do with the mind. You improve the mind, you improve everything. That's the standard right there.
Everything.
Every application of mind improves if you improve your mind.